Fun exercise. We failed. What else is new? Let's move to our list guy. Guy is back with his top 10 coaching hires. Shout out to Guy, first of all, because we pivoted on yesterday's episode without giving him much of a heads up. He told us he had a busy week, and here we are with a brand new list the guy cooked up. So that's him coming through clutch, you could say. That's us saying, hey, ball's in your hands, kid. Make a play. 20 seconds on the clock. What are you going to do with it? Guy walked right out, crossed his man up, faked like he was going to hit a step back three, and then double cross, got into the lane, and hit a floater. I absolutely love it. Coaching hires, the 10 best hires in the country from this season. Number 1, Micah Shrewsbury at Notre Dame. Number 2, Rick Pitino, below Shrews. Number 3, Grant McCaslin. Number 4, Mark Madsen. Number 5, Ed Cooley. Number 6, Mike Rhodes. Number 7, Red Autry. Number 8, Kim English. Number 9, Ryan Odom. And number 10, Paul Mills at Wichita State. Then our honorable mentions are Abdur Rahim at South Florida, Stoudemire at Georgia Tech, and Will Wade at McNeese State. Shrew at 1. Do you endorse this message?
I love Shrew at 1. I love Shrew at 1. Honestly, the most intrigued coach I am. I'm actually very interested to see what this new era of Syracuse looks like with Autry at the helm. I do think he has some tools. I mean, we've mentioned on this podcast many times what we think Judah Mintz and JJ Starling can do. So I'm very intrigued to see where that team goes. Wasn't the biggest Mark Madsen just like believer, but the minute he got the Cal, he just went in the transfer portal and started going crazy. So I respect that from a team that has won like under 10 games the past couple years. I know I mentioned this before, but again, the Patino just living off of the old days to me. I'm sorry. I get like he should be on this list, but should he be 2?
I think he has to be 2.
Why shouldn't Ed Cooley be ahead of Rick Pitino? Because Rick Pitino did what he did at Louisville
because
like 30 years ago?
What has Ed Cooley ever done?
Made Providence great again?
I don't even want to do this because I like Ed Cooley a lot. Has Ed Cooley ever done anything?
Won the Big East?
He won the Big East?
Yeah.
Did they actually? I need a fact check on this.
I'm pretty sure that team with like Chris Dunn, Ben Bentil.
I need a fact check.
LaDontae Henton.
I need a fact check on this. I don't buy this. My read is that every Ed Cooley team ever has been middle of the pack or worse. Okay, they won the Big East 2 years ago. I had no idea that team actually won the year where they just outperformed Ken Pom constantly. I think that's his only Big East win.
Really?
I'm going back. A bunch of third, fourth, third. Yeah, he's never won the Big East before this since he took over.
Those are pretty impressive finishes in the Big East.
I
mean that's where Patino, that's where they want Patino to get St. John's. Cooley's done that.
In 12 years at Providence, how many years has an Ed Cooley team finished in the top 25 AP poll? Just in the poll. Out of 12 seasons, how many times has Ed Cooley's team been a top 25 team at the end of the regular season?
8?
1.
Huh?
His teams are not good ever. He's had in 2022, that was his first good team. And by all advanced metrics, that team was just winning close games that they should have been like a 13-loss team.
Are you talking about AP poll or Ken Pom?
AP poll. Ed Cooley has never finished the season with a top 25 team outside of two seasons ago.
Really?
This is true. I've got it on Basketball Reference right now. If you go through his teams, here's his records by year for Ed Cooley. Since he took over Providence, 15-17, 19-15, 23-12, 22-12, 24-11, 20-13, 21-14, 18-16, 19-12, 13-13. Then all of a sudden he went 27-6 with the team that won every close game they played. Then 21-12 again. Like the guy, his teams aren't bad. Don't get me wrong. They're not bad, but he's a bubble team every year.
He's a Big East merchant.
I don't even know because the Big East is good. I just are we saying like
Just
why is Rick Pitino ahead of Ed Cooley? Really?
yeah, man. I just God damn, like those Louisville teams were really, really good. He cheated and he got those teams and he won with them. Good for
Hey,
him.
are we an anti-cheating podcast?
Yes. God,
You're
man.
right.
I'm just saying, remember this moment, clip it because you can put it on freezing cold takes when it actually comes about. The next 5 to 10 years, this is going to be Rick Pitino at St. John's.
All right. All
T
right.
Mac on the Hawks.
Uh,
Chasing that farewell tour.
I think if you were going to argue for anybody that's not Patino or Shrew on this list, I like McCaslin. I think he belongs at 3. If you could talk me into him being 1 or 2, honestly. Um, Outside of that, I think this was a pretty uninspiring coaching, what carousel, whatever you call it this year. Like I don't think any of these guys below the McCaslin level are gonna end up at like a prestigious like Duke one day and be running a great program.
You don't think Shrews will be at a did you say outside of Shrews or did you say Shrews too?
Outside of the top, I think Shrews, Patino, and McCaslin are all guys that have like Kentucky job ceiling if everything hits. I think everybody else, like, I don't know that they go beyond where they're at right now.
Not even Will Wade?
Never doubt Will Wade. That's what I'm saying. All right. Any final thoughts on the coaching hires list? I feel like a good list. God, it's a good list for sure. Carrying the torch for
Yeah,
Shrews.
sorry.
We'll always do that.
I got a little PTSD seeing Damon Stoudemire's name on this list,
How
given what Michigan State's been through.
how many years until Shrews has Notre Dame in the second weekend of the NCAA tournament?
Hmm. Probably 2 to 3.
I'm gonna say 3, but I think that's good. Like Shrews is on the come up. We believe it.
Keep being plump, my plump king.
If you're a point guard with a big butt, go to Notre Dame. Sorry, that felt wrong.
You also kind of just described me.